Yeah, Jonathan, it's really incredible that we are here now sitting where we were last year at this time, after all of this time in this pandemic. And it is discouraging.
For me, working in a children's hospital, from my perspective, I just don't want to have to put another surgical breathing tube in another child with this disease. I don't want to see another child admitted to the hospital with COVID-19.
So there are plenty of places in the country where there are high positivity rates still. And I would be much more cautious about bringing a younger child in contact with a large number of people if there's a really high transmission rate.
You know, the environment of this pandemic is shifting. It's not been static this entire time. It's been sort of an evolving organism. And we're seeing that now with the increasing numbers of pediatric cases.
So joining us now is Dr. Susannah Hills. She's a pediatric airway surgeon and the author of a recent CNN op-ed warning of complications in COVID cases that she is personally seeing in children. Doctor, thanks so much for being here. So we just showed that graph of the number of cases in kids that has just gone up. I mean, you can see it in the graph how exponentially it's gone up. What are you seeing on the ground in your hospital?
Well, I've seen the whole spectrum of how COVID's affecting kids because I'm an airway specialist dealing with a whole range of kids. So I see some asymptomatic children. I've seen children come back to me months after having had COVID with symptoms, and I'm called on to take care of kids in the ICU who are on ventilators sometimes.
Give us your 30,000-foot take on this, your broad overview about the latest situation with the virus.
Yeah, Jonathan, it's really incredible that we are here now sitting where we were last year at this time, after all of this time in this pandemic. And it is discouraging. Positivity rates are now up 7% in the last week across the United States. 69,000 Americans are hospitalized right now, and over 20% of our ICU beds are being utilized for COVID patients. The bottom line is that those people who are hospitalized are nearly all unboosted individuals.
What advice do you give patients, or would you give someone in an area with high community transmission but no mandate on masking right now?
Yeah, well, no matter what I think, right, this is happening. And you hit the nail on the head right there by talking about what the local transmission rate is. That's the key. People need to really look at what their local rates of infection are, what their local rates of positive tests are,